أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أجعلتم سقاية الحاج وعمارة المسجد الحرام كمن آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وجاهد في سبيل الله لا يستوون عند الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. In this verse, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala addresses the kuffar, and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, أَجَعَلْتُمْ سِقَايَةَ الْحَاجِّ وَعِمَارَةَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. Do you consider giving the Hajis water to drink and attending to Masjid al-Haram? Do you regard this to be equal? كَمَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَجَاهَدَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Do you regard this to be equal to that person who brings iman upon Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala and the last day, referring to the day of Qiyamah, and he makes jihad in the path of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala? This verse is in refuting the belief of the kuffar. What the kuffar used to believe, they used to believe that we are the most superior. Why? We are making khidmat of Baytullah, of Masjid al-Haram. We giving the Hajis water to drink. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala asked them a question: do you think that the two can be equal? La yastawuna indallah. They are never equal by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. A man that has iman, he believes in the day of Qiyamah, he makes jihad in the path of Allah, you cannot be equal to that, irrespective of whatever khidmat and service of deen you are doing, because you do not have iman. According to some narration, it is mentioned there were certain Sahaba that were sitting in Masjid al-Nabawi. They were sitting right by the mimbar of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And here a discussion was taking place that after Iman, what is the greatest amal? One Sahabi said that the greatest amal after Iman is to give the Hajis water to drink. A second Sahabi said, no, the greatest amal after Iman is that a person, he attends to the houses of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. He takes care of the needs of the houses of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And the third Sahabi said that make jihad in the path of Allah. Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala came into Masjid al-Nabawi. He got upset. He reprimanded him. He said, you're sitting in Masjid al-Nabawi at the mimbar of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, and here you're having your differences and you're raising your voices. And on top of that, it is the day of Jumu'ah. Go away from here. So he moved them away from there. After the Jumu'ah Salah was over, Hazrat Nu'man bin Bashir radiallahu ta'ala, he went to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he asked Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, that which is the greatest amal from these three amals that were mentioned? On that, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala revealed these verses of the Quran Sharif, that person that brings iman upon Allah, makes jihad in the path of Allah. Do you think that these people that are serving the houses of Allah, these kuffar, they can be equal to them? They can never be equal. They've got iman, they're making jihad in the path of Allah. According to another narration, it comes that as Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, on the occasion of Badr, when he was taken as a captive, at that time all his relatives that had already accepted iman, they told us, Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, why don't you bring iman? Why don't you accept Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala as your Rabb, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as the Rasul of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala? Hazrat Abbas radiallahu ta'ala said that I am also doing great work, and there's no work that is equal to the work that I am doing. I give water to the Hajis to drink, so there is no work that is equal to them. It is mentioned on that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala revealed these verses of the Quran, that do you think that the two are equal? They can never be equal. You can do the greatest service, but if you do not have iman, it does not hold any value in the sight of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. According to one narration, it comes that three Sahaba, Hazrat Talha radiallahu ta'ala, Hazrat Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala, these three Sahaba were discussing. And it's mentioned that Talha radiallahu ta'ala said, I have the key to Baytullah Sharif. And he said, if I want, I can open the Kaaba Sharif, I can spend the whole night over there. Nobody else has this privilege. I have this privilege. Hazrat Abbas radiallahu ta'ala said that I give water to the Hujjaj to drink. Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala said, what are you talking? He said, 6 months before you, I performed salah in the direction of Baytullah, and I made jihad in the path of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. On that, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala made it very clear, La yastawuna indallah. The two can never be equal in the sight of Allah. Wallahu la yahdi al-qawm al-zalimin. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala does not guide the nation of wrongdoers. الذين آمنوا وهاجروا وجاهدوا في سبيل الله بأموالهم وأنفسهم أعظم درجة عند الله. Those people that have brought iman upon Allah, they made hijrat in the path of Allah, they migrated from Makkah Sharif, they came to Medina Sharif, and they made jihad in the path of Allah with their wealth and themselves. They are more greater in rank by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَائِزُونَ. And these are the people that are successful. يبشرهم ربهم برحمة منه ورضوان وجنات لهم فيها نعيم مقيم. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala grants them glad tidings of His rahmat, of His mercy and His happiness, and gardens for them in which there are everlasting ni'mats and bounties. خالدين فيها أبدا. These Sahaba that brought Iman, that made jihad in the path of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, they will be in these gardens of Jannat forever and forever. Inna Allah indahu ajrun azim. Verily Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is a great reward. We'll continue from here.